Hi guys, and welcome to my WCW Road Wild 1997 pay-per-view review. Now Road Wild came to us all the way from Sturgis, South Dakota. We had 3 titles on the line. The Cruiserweight title with Alex Wright, the champion, going head to head against challenger Chris Jericho. We also had the tag titles with the Outsiders, the tag team champions. They were taking on the challengers, the Steiner brothers, with manager Ted DiBiase. And also the big one, the World Heavyweight title. It was Lex Luger, the newly crowned champion from only a few days earlier on Monday Nitro. He was taking on the challenger, Hollywood Hogan, in a big rematch there. So Road Wild 97 was a bit of a personal favourite of mine as far as the WCW pay-per-views go. I thought it was awesome. I thought it was pretty cool. It was pretty much the first full-length pay-per-view I'd seen from WCW. And of course, I'd grown up on WWF at that time. And I just started to watch WCW. And as I say, this was pretty much the first full-length pay-per-view that I had seen. And I just thought it was really awesome. You know, it was really different. You had the bikers. You had the outdoor arena, you had the day-night contrast thing going on there. You had a really good card, all the top superstars were there. It was when the Monday Night Wars was pretty much at its peak. NWO vs WCW was at its peak. And it was just a really awesome pay-per-view. I thought, hey, this is new, this is something different, and it was really cool. So, a bit of history from a WCW Road Wild event. Basically, we had 4 Road Wilds in WCW history. Ran through from 96 through to 99, and in 1996 it was called Hog Wild, and that was with the Giant taking on Hollywood Hogan for the world title. 97 here, of course. In 98 we had the tag match, a celebrity tag match between Hogan and Bischoff. They took on Jay Leno from The Tonight Show and Diamond Dallas Page. And of course 1999 was the final one with Hulk Hogan back in the red and yellow taking on Kevin Nash in a retirement match. So a bit of history of the event there. Alrighty guys, so let's now run through the full card from the night. And so we really had a loaded card here at Road Wild. All the top stars were out. It was WCW vs NWO in full force throughout the night. It was when the battle between WCW and the NWO was at its absolute peak. The Monday Night Wars was at its absolute peak. And wrestling was really awesome to watch at that time. Okay, so now to some of my standout matches from the night. I thought the first match of the night, that tag match between Harlem Heat and Vicious and Delicious from the NWO, Norton and Bagwell. That first up match, that tag match, that was a really good match. Really physical match, ton of power moves in it. Yeah, it was a really great way to start off the pay-per-view. And it was a really good match. Ric Flair and Syxx, that was another pretty cool match. It was like the old bull taking on the young gun. With Syxx from the NWO. Taking on Ric Flair there, and it was a really good match. You know, two really different contrasts in style. You had the lightning fast Syxx versus the old experienced Flair, and the match really did go that way. It really worked that way, and with Syxx putting in all his, fast lightning fast kicks, and Flair countering it with his old gnarly ways, you know. But yeah, no, that was a really cool match too. I thought Curt Hennig and DDP was another good match. Of course, this match came about from the previous month's pay-per-view, where Hennig and Page had actually tagged up to at Bash at the Beach, and they had sort of parted ways because Hennig basically left Page on the apron to fend for himself, and so that's where they pretty much started their feud from Bash at the Beach the month before. And they had a really good singles match. I think Flair came in at the end and interfered in that one, but that was a really good solid match as well. The Giant versus Macho Man. I thought that was a really cool match. As I say, this is pretty much the first WCW full-length pay-per-view I'd seen, and it was sort of one of the first times seeing this guy, the Giant, and the Macho Man again, from seeing him from back in WWF days, and seeing this big guy, the Giant, and the bikers are revving their engines, and night time had come, and it was just a really cool match, and Savage, just crazy as he was, just throwing everything into the Giant, and I thought that was a really cool match too, so I really enjoyed that. It was a tag title match, the Outsiders taking on the Steiner Brothers. This was another really good tag match. As I say, the crowd was really pumping by this time, and basically there was a lot of great power moves in this match. It was a really good tag match, another classic match between the Steiner Brothers and the Outsiders. Really cool match. In the main event, we had the champion, the newly crowned WCW champion, Lex Luger. He was taking on the challenger from the NWO, Hollywood Hogan. Now, Luger had only just won this belt a few days prior. He was the only man to unseat Hogan there on Monday Nitro. So this was a rematch, an instant rematch. And basically, it was Hollywood Hogan who came out on top in this match, but the crowd were really into it. It was a good match, a good, nice, long pay-per-view length match, and there was good action in it back and forth. And Hogan did take his belt back and remained strong as the NWO leader. But a really enjoyable match, really cool match, and really topped off, I thought, what was a great pay-per-view. Some great action in this pay-per-view. I just thought it was really cool. As I say, I was just totally brand new to WCW at this point, and I really liked how they did things like Full Brawl with the War Games and World War III with the 3-ring 60-man battle royal, and all these sort of gimmick cool new things that you'd never seen before. The Nitro Girls, for example, new and different ideas that Bischoff, etc. would bring to the fore. Of course, it was when you had the big battle between the WWE and WCW, and both companies were really, going head to head, blow to blow, toe to toe, as it were. And I thought WCW had some really cool, innovative ideas. I think mostly from Bischoff and also others as well. I know Eric Bischoff did have a big part in that, bringing in these new and different ideas and stuff. And that's what I think I liked about WCW. It was a bit different. It was a bit new, and that's what I liked about Road Wild. It was outdoors. You had the day-night thing and the bikers. It was it was something new and it was something different. And I think that's what I really liked about it. And also you had a great commentary team as well with WCW. Commentary team that I personally liked anyway. Big man Dusty Rhodes, rest in peace. Bobby the Brain Heenan, of course. What more needs to be said? He is so funny and awesome, absolute legendary commentator, legendary manager, an absolute legend of wrestling. And Tony Schiavone, the voice of WCW, awesome commentator. So you had a really great commentating team. These guys are funny. They make you laugh. I don't really care what anyone says about them. They're just really cool, really awesome commentating team. Makes the show really enjoyable to watch. And so what can I say? This WCW Road Wild 1997. Hope you enjoy watching it, and we'll catch you next time.